Okay, Merciless Vaughn here, back with another video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the Spirits Are Forever With You Mayuri. This unit released 1 year ago, so we're just going to go ahead and see how he holds up a year later in today's meta of Bleach Bracelets. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you've been here for a while, subscribe and help me get to 300 subscribers. And with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So, as you can see, this SAFWY Mayuri, he's a speed Reaper / captain unit with the Ranker Killer. I only have 1 copy, so this showcase will be at this unit at 1 out of 5, you know, the minimum strength for the character. So, trait is a strong attack, recharge time -12%. He's a melee unit with paralysis and poison on all of his status abilities, and he also has the spiritual element trap mechanic on his SA3. This unit does have some good skills: Havoc, Marauder. He also does have the complete status immunity 100%, Frenzy +1, Bombardment +1, Defibrillator +5 seconds, damage to his status elements 40%. He also has weakened defense, so if you do want to put weakened defense on this character, it will stack with the one he has in his kit, and your soul bomb will deal even more damage. And he does have the status element spiritual pressure boost. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this unit. These SAFWY characters that released were definitely the best characters at the time of their release, just because, you know, they were really good. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the build. T-set, fortification pill, the lieutenant's badge are going to be the accessories. As for the character links, some strong attack, recharge time, cooldown, and full stem damage links, as you can see here. The bonus abilities are going to be full stamina damage boost and the +200 SP. You can put the SP or the weakened defense. It's really dependent on you. If you want your soul bomb to deal more damage, then you can go ahead and put on the weakened defense. And yeah, that's going to be it. Let's go ahead and jump into some content to see what the unit can do. Alright, so here we are in a co-op IT. This unit will not have killer because it is Quincy enemies in the current IT, and this unit has the Ranker Killer. So we can just kind of see what this unit can do at the bare minimum, 1 out of 5 and no killer. Now this SAFWY Mayuri, he was one of the last 2 SAFWY units that, you know, just released or came out actually. It was him, and again it was a 2 character end of month banner, and we haven't really gotten any new SAFWY units since then. Hopefully they can maybe come up with some new ones. I think it'd be cool to have some new ones. But yeah, all the SAFWY units are pretty much done. They did all the captains. They did Shinji and Kisuke. They also did Soifan and Yorichi. And yeah. So I guess they really don't have any more. Well, no, they can do Ichigo. I mean, he is the protagonist. They really haven't done a SAFWY Aizen, but in the SAFWY stories that they have in the game, they have the 6th anniversary Aizen as a character in that story, so I guess they can just kind of count him. But I don't know, I would just like to see more collaboration units in the game. We did get a Burn the Witch banner. It was a while ago now, though. Maybe we can get a SAFWY one sometime this year or soon. Oh, we died. Yeah, this unit, I mean, he's good. He just doesn't have any form of healing, really. That's the only problem. But besides that, yeah, he's an okay unit. I say he's a decent unit to use in Guild Quest. This SA3 is really good. It can help inflict the status elements, and with paralysis, it can keep the enemies in place while you just deal damage to them. And you know, you won't have to really taking damage from the enemies since they are paralyzed. And he does have bombardment too, so bombardment's good. And also he does have the weakened defense and the 40% damage to his status elements. Well, his soul bomb does hit relatively hard. Yeah, see, we were able to clear that entire last room without a 10 Shintai. Well, that's really good. Alright, so here we are doing another run, and I was thinking about it. When it comes to like co-op missions, especially in IT, I think power runs are like some of the easier ones, because not just that there are some pretty decent power attribute character units, but the power attribute does have a lot of support units. For example, we have a Momo in the new oh, I forgot her name, crap. Moshiro. Yeah, that's her name, Moshiro. The Moshiro has the you deal increased damage to status element affected enemies 40%. She has that skill. The Momo, she does have a boost on her SA2, and I believe she also does have the enhancer skill. And they're both super link slot potion units, so they're good support units as well, and they will do well in IT. As well as the Yumi Chika, he does have the increased strong attack damage 20% and increased movement speed skill for power attributes, and he is also a super link slot potion units. So yeah, when it comes to the power attribute, there are a lot of support units. So I do think power runs in IT will be a lot easier than some other attributes. But the other attributes do have a lot of stronger units in my opinion. Because it has been a while since we got like a really OP power unit, in my opinion, really. But all of the older ones that are still here are still relatively good. For example, the 1000-year Blood War Yamamoto from the 7th anniversary is still really good in my opinion. And there are some other units as well. But we really do need a new power unit. Particularly one with the Soul Reaper killer. That's just my opinion. It's been too long since we gotten one of those. Yeah, see, with that trap element SA3, we were able to just keep the bosses stunned right there and easily kill him. I'll skip his soul bomb for the rest of these runs. We already seen it once. Don't really need to see it again. If it will activate. No, okay. Guess I'll just... There it goes. I don't know why it took a while for it to activate. Alright, so we're doing another run because I haven't really done a lot of videos on this unit, so I want to show as much gameplay as possible. Alright, he just practically soul bombed nothing. I'll just cut that part out of the video. I know I was talking about some good power support units, but the problem with those units is that they're all like seasonal units. So if you're not like summoning on their banner, or they're not like in like featured units on like some of the newer banners, then you probably really won't have these units. Unfortunately, there's only like one super link slot potion unit for like power attribute, and I believe it's the Neliel. It's a mid-month Neliel that came out a while ago. She has the super technique link slot potion skill, so you do have a chance to pull her, but all of the other ones are just seasonal units, which is unfortunate. So yeah, so even though those are some good supporting characters, they're hard to come by if you don't summon on their banners. I lost my full stam here, so I guess we can take a look at what the unit can do without some full stam skills. Yeah, I already talked about how this unit really doesn't have any type of defensive skills, really. You either paralyze the enemies or you don't, and you're probably going to get hit. He is immune to all the status elements, it's not the shared one. I do like the shared one better, just because, you know, it's a support skill, it helps the team. I do like his SA2, it does have a lot of hits, and so the more hits a strong attack have, you know, the more of a chance you will be able to inflict the status element. Yeah, you really want to make sure you have your units with full stam. You can pretty much tell the difference we're doing with and without the full stam right here in this run. So we'll try not to get knocked out here and see if we're still able to clear the last room entirely even without full stam. And this is also another example why I prefer units with an increased status element chance skill, especially on units that only have Frenzy +1, because units with Frenzy +1 instead of +2 are just even less likely to inflict status elements. I mean, we just practically use so many strong attacks and have not inflicted one status element. And because of that, we have not gotten our status element spiritual pressure boost, which sucks. There we go, we finally got the proc after a while now though. I want to save my SA2 for the bosses. Got the SA3 back. There we go. I was really trying to just stall until I got my SA3 back because that was probably just going to help take care of the bosses, really. Yeah. I do like that trap status element skill, it's really good. So without full stun, we weren't really able to clear it. This is the last wave. Oh, we died. Unfortunate. Performance was really bad without the full stun. Alright, so that was kind of a brief showcase of this unit 1 year later. Yeah, he's definitely not as strong as the units that we're getting nowadays, but he's still a usable unit. I mean, he's a power ranker killer unit, you know, a ranker killer is just a good unit to have. He does have some good skills, the status elements aren't that bad, he has damage to his status elements, he's immune to all status elements, and his soul bomb does hit hard. The status element spiritual pressure boost, 80% skill is also great, but as you saw in that last run, we really did not proc any status elements until we pretty much got towards the bosses. And you know, with this unit only having Frenzy +1 and his strongest attacks not doing a lot of hits to the enemies, we're just less likely to inflict these status elements to take advantage of these skills and the status element spiritual pressure boost. So yeah, he's a year old, definitely a still usable unit in some of the content. And that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.